This is the Spiked, the newest paddle by KiwiLabs. Now I reviewed KiwiLabs in the past when I took a look at their Slice paddle, which I was a fan of and still think is a really great paddle with a great sweet spot and honestly a really underrated and overlooked paddle in the thermoform market. However, with the Spiked, they've decided to go for something completely different for the design. The Spiked is an edgeless thermoform paddle with edge foam in the perimeter to enhance the sweet spot and holes on the sides of the paddle and a larger one at the throat to make the paddle more aerodynamic with a quicker swing speed. It's the traditional elongated shape at 16.5 inches in length and 7.5 inches in width. It also has a 5.5 inch handle and a 14mm core thickness. As for the surface, it uses 3K carbon fiber, which is different from the Toray T700 several other brands use, and a spray-on grit for the coating instead of a peel-ply texture. Let's start with the holes in the paddle. Combined with a 14mm core, this gives the paddle very fast maneuverability at the net. Even though it is an elongated paddle with a longer handle, it does retain a low swing weight that I'd estimate in the low 100s. Now, I originally thought that the holes on the side of the paddle would affect the sweet spot. The missing paddle surface area from the holes, the edgeless design, and the thinner 14mm core all made me expect a lower than average sweet spot, but surprisingly, it had a better one than I had anticipated. I've actually had time to hit this side by side with the 20mm Selkirk Luxe, and honestly, the sweet spot may actually be a bit better. That said, it's still not as good as a thicker paddle that does have an edge guard without holes in it. So like the Luxe, this is a paddle that does need lead tape to bring out its full potential. I ended up adding 0.2 ounces of lead on each side at the 4 and 8 o'clock positions, and along with an overgrip, this brought the total weight up to 8.4 ounces, which I found made the paddle feel more stable, a bit more powerful, and with a better sweet spot. I classify the Spiked as more of a control paddle. It's not as powerful as the raw carbon fiber thermoform paddles, and its power is more similar to something like the Spartus Ballista. The pop and face stiffness is also not very high. As mentioned earlier, the Spiked uses a 3K carbon fiber surface, which isn't as stiff as the Toray T700 carbon fiber found in most thermoform paddles. This gives the Spiked more of a plush feel compared to the Ballista and other thermos as well. However, the spray-on grit on the 3K carbon fiber doesn't provide as much spin as other thermoform paddles I've used. It still provides a decent spin and isn't bad by any means, but when hitting slices and topspin drives with T700 carbon fiber paddles, I definitely notice a difference in ball movement from spin. Overall, the Spiked is an interesting paddle with a fun-looking design. It's not anything revolutionary really. It's a quick edgeless control paddle with more of a muted feel that absorbs power off the paddle face more, but it's also a bit lacking in the spin department. Compared to other edgeless paddle offerings, it's got a bit more power and less pop than the Spartus Ballista, but something like the Selkirk Luxe has more of a solid feel of the paddle face and provides noticeably more spin. It's currently available for pre-order and as of the time of this video is not USA Pickleball approved yet, but I do think the price at $215 is a bit steep for what the paddle provides. While I do applaud KiwiLabs for trying something new and going for something different in this paddle, I do think the other paddles by Kiwi, the Slice and the 00 Start, are better options. If you do decide to pick up any paddles from KiwiLabs, I've linked my discount code here and in the video description below that will get you 10% off your order from the KiwiLabs website.
Nationals and like stuff like that. So, oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were actually sponsored by Killer Spin. Yeah. So Killer Spin was